Babe, is everything okay? Barely touched your bopwa.
Alright, cards on the table. I'm not actually on Mars. Over.
I am, however, on an analog mission at the Mars Desert Research Station, which is right smack dab in the middle of nowhere, Utah.
We're in Mormon country now.
I'm conducting research and being researched like a little lab rat while living in isolation with a few other people for 2 weeks, which a couple of years ago would have been a novel concept. Nowadays, that's just life. But we are living like we're on Mars, so we're very conservative with water. We only eat dehydrated and powdered foods, and to go outside, we have to be wearing our spacesuits. It's basically LARPing with a few extra steps. The hab is pretty small for 7 people, so I got stuck in this little hobbit hole in the ceiling, but I don't mind. My apartment was this tiny little yellow-walled, centipede-infested hole with the occasional yummy black mold. So for me, this is an upgrade. I went from living in Inside to an episode of Full House. I'm John Stamos, of course. A lot of people ask me, Ben, what do you guys do for fun on Mars? And I gotta say, first and foremost, that analog astronauts are very, very busy people. We don't really have a lot of free time. You're either eating, sleeping, or researching, so I expect to see a lot of... Yo, is that Lego?
Real talk though, I did take an extended lunch break today, and during it, I recreated the entire habitat in Kerbal Space Program. And opening this game took me way back. I used to have this high school physics teacher who I would stay after in his class and talk to him about my KSP creations, and he would actually indulge me and explain to me in great detail the orbital mechanics and aerodynamics. Mars. I hope he got paid well. Average high school teacher salary, US. Right. I just remembered the whole interplanetary internet thing. I'll get back to you.
Everyone on the crew has a code name, so the commander is CMD, the scientist is Psy, and as the crew journalist, I am Jew.
So my job as the crew journalist is to document everyone else's role and figure out what makes them all tick. And I figure what better way to do that than to get down in the trenches with them, starting with the crew engineer. So one of her responsibilities is to flush our pneumatic toilet system into the septic tank once it starts looking full. So I'm gonna don my hazmat gear here and maybe notarize my last will and testament, and then we'll get flushing.
Are you ready?
Retreat to a safe distance. Alright? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, breathe through your mouth. Everything's fine.
Shout out to
40
Febreze.
seconds.
I'm fine.
You know, so far, I think the 3 masks thing.
Yeah,
helps.
for sure.
And the Febreze. Oh! Look at it.
Is something the matter? Oh, God! Okay, I can taste it. Every surface of my mouth is. Okay. 12 seconds. Another minute. I was. We're a couple days into our rotation now, and class grades just came out for this past semester. So our commander allowed us a little bit of our allotted bandwidth to check our grades. Now, it loads slow, but I thought we'd do it together. So, let's see. The stakes are pretty high for me here. This is hopefully my last semester of college, but there were a couple borderline ones in there, so who knows? I graduated. Come celebrate Christmas on Mars. We got got appetizers. We got rectangles. We got balls. Honey, Exo made lasagna. First degree burns.
Bowling, and cranions. So come on down and celebrate Christmas. We got cranions.
Hang on, we didn't celebrate Hanukkah.
Mazel tov. It is Sol 11, which I believe is December 31st back home. Been about a week since my last shower, so honestly not all that different from life on Earth.
Cards on the table. This ain't my first rodeo aboard the Mars Desert Research Station. I did a mission here about 2 years ago that spanned across New Year's 2020, which meant that in the 2 weeks I was gone, Australia set on fire, World War III tension was at an all-time high with the assassination of Soleimani, and a quirky little virus had just been discovered in the Wuhan province of China.
Safe to say my standards are at rock bottom this time around. Honestly, as long as Betty White makes it to 100, I'll be happy.
It hasn't really hit me yet. I mean, I'm out.
But now I don't really feel like a college graduate. I mean, college was the hardest thing I've ever done, and it wasn't always glamorous, but it had its moments.
Ready?
Arming, firing.
Woo! We did not think this part through. Hey, but FAA, it worked.
You know, the first time I ever got to use the word apoapsis in a college class, that was the exact second I knew I was in the right spot. Damn it. The page loaded, but that was the farthest I've ever gotten in the Chrome Dinosaur game. Hold on, 46K a year? When I was a kid, I struggled in school a little bit, and I definitely was not the most popular, so I slowly developed the most powerful defense mechanism known to man, a sense of humor. And then suddenly people kind of started to like me, especially when they made this weird noise with their mouths. So my brain associated that noise with a nice, juicy dopamine hit. And right then, I resigned myself to the idea that maybe I wasn't meant to accomplish anything great. I would just make people laugh and bring positivity to great people. At the age of like 8 years old, I had already given up on being the main character in my own life and started speccing into Bard. In middle school, all I did was shid and cum and fard, and I discovered Kerbal Space Program. And I played it all into high school, and through all this I took some hard classes, but I didn't really apply myself. Until one night, I remember vividly, it was my junior year of high school. I stayed up late, my face lit only by a little white rocket and a little white Macintosh and a little white kitchen. And I remember thinking, hold on, if I can make rockets in a game, what's stopping me from doing it in real life? When people ask me what I want to do when I grow up, I say Pokemon trainer. I haven't put any serious thought into my career, so why not this? And it was a slippery slope from there until I realized, why stop there? Could I become an astronaut? I mean, astronauts piss and shit and fart too. They had to start somewhere, so how hard could it be? And then the next day in school, I actually put my back into it, and my physics teacher inspired me, and at the end of it all, my grades were just good enough to get into my dream school, Purdue. And then I blinked, and I'm on Mars, and I know it sounds stupid, but a part of me thinks none of this would have happened if not for those little green men. I might not be here. I might not have gone to college. I might not have crippling anxiety, but I might not have met people way smarter than me, people I now consider my closest friends. A Jebediah Kermit-shaped butterfly flapped its wings, and my entire adult life has been the ensuing tornado. Jesus. Squad, there are not enough thank yous in the world for the gift you gave me. The realization that you can do anything. You can do whatever you want. Everyone has the right stuff. The hard part is figuring out what it's right for. I
can never become a NASA astronaut due to medical reasons. I'm still gonna go to space, but I'm gonna do it on my terms. I just put myself through 4.5 years of intellectual sadomasochism, and now, like some cruel cosmic joke, I find myself dancing on a screen for your entertainment, and I think it's what I want. Kid Ben had it all figured out,
But for all the wrong reasons. I want to do this for me. I can do anything, and I choose to entertain. We go back to Earth tomorrow, and I've got to admit, I'm a little scared. It's not going to be the same Earth I left 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to be the same Ben as 2 weeks ago. I lifted off as a college kid, and I return as
anything. I was supposed to start my new job this morning, but I just found out that the position fell through, so I suddenly find myself searching not only for meaning after college, but also a career. And I think I've found the former here on the internet. And maybe someday we'll go 2 for 2. I mean, you'd think I'd have it all figured out by now. I just turned 23.
Hey, wow, you made it to the end. That genuinely means a lot. Real quick, I have a few thank yous to rapid fire. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Mars Society and my friends on Crew 236 for an incredible experience. I seriously couldn't have asked for a better group of people to be stuck on Mars with. If you want to learn more about either of my missions, I'll put a link to all my daily reports in the description. Also, yes, this footage is almost 5 months old now, and a lot of it corrupted on the flight back to Earth. So I'd like to thank not only my wonderful Twitch subs who are scrolling by right now, but everyone who has been patient and supportive through my entire unemployment arc so far. I appreciate you. Finally, I am stupid excited for KSP2. I'm trying to keep my expectations in check, but I can only hope that the sequel does for a new generation what the original game did for me. Thanks for watching.
That right there is, of course, a load-bearing chopstick.